Hello! Happy Wednesday! I feel like it's been forever since I said hello. How was everyone doing on this fine Thursday? I almost said Wednesday. Thursday! The music's probably still pretty loud, so give me a second to turn it down here, but I hope everyone is doing alright. As you can tell, I'm doing much better with my cough. Hooray! I went to the urgent care and I was able to get some better medicine. It's basically just like a slightly stronger version of Mucinex, basically, and that really helped a lot. So I still might get the occasional tickle here and there, so I might still cough, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been, especially in the last week or so. And hi, Quack Splash, hello, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I am excited for the weekend. It's been a very busy week. The Wi-Fi is absolute shit where I'm working right now. If it is not connected to the company like Wi-Fi, then nothing works. And so I can't do much. Sometimes I'll watch friends' streams while I'm working, like just have like lurking, I'll be listening in the background. I can't even do that because Twitch, it was bad before. It's unplayable now, and it sucks because like Twitch is not connected to the Wi-Fi. So unfortunately I'm just screwed in terms of watching my friends who stream earlier. I legit can't watch you guys. I feel so bad. I'm gonna try and do a little better. Hopefully it'll get better as the year goes on, but like, it's bad. Oh no indeed, Quack Splash. Oh no indeed. So I definitely try my best to be there when I can, but other times it's so hard. But I'm there in spirit. I hope, you know, anyone who stops by here realizes that I'm trying my best to watch your guys' streams too. I've been missing some streams from friends that I know stream like maybe at like 2 p.m. my time, but it's maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 p.m. their time. It's like, God damn it, I want to watch you draw, or I want to watch you play this game, and I can't. So for anyone that is here, I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's gotten so much worse. So hopefully by the beginning of the year, it'll be like hunky-dory. Everything will be fine. But other than that, work's been going well. It's been very, very productive. It's been, hard. Well, not hard. It's just been a lot at once. So, but it's making the day go by pretty fast. So that's good. And I'm definitely enjoying the work a lot more. Speaking of work, I gotta go off on another tangent real quick for you guys, real quick. I said that twice. I gotta go on a tangent, for a sec. And so we're doing this, Secret Santa in HR tomorrow, and we're doing a Secret Santa. Everyone, you know, picked who they, well, you know, randomized it, so like a shuffle, raffle kind of thing. And so the coworker that I got, she had asked for a couple things on her wish list, and so I know she really likes calendars, and she had that on her wish list. So I got her a calendar. Guess what happened today? As I was in the middle of chatting with her, guess what she pulls out of her bag? A calendar for the 2024 season. I'm like, she has no idea that I'm her Secret Santa, and I'm like, what you got there? And she's like, isn't it a really cool calendar? And she's like showing me the different calendars, and I'm like, yeah, oh, it's great. It's so great. It's all I bought. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow when I give her my calendar. I mean, good for her. She really likes that calendar. Maybe she can use mine at home or something, but like, how can you put, I want a calendar on my wish list and then proceed to buy a calendar when it's on your wish list? At least wait until the weekend. I'm trying to give thoughtful gifts here, and I can't even do that. So I was very upset. But something else to put me in a good mood is a couple things actually. So the first one is my finances are actually doing a lot better. I had mentioned before that I was having some finance issues, dropped my FICO score, it went back up, and so kind of continuing off of that, I had called again since my FICO score went up like 100, over 100 points. I was like, well, at least for my New York trip in January, I could at the very least request an increase to pay for some of the things, right? And the gal over the phone was like, oh, well, that could take up to 6 months because of just the recency of the delinquencies that came out of nowhere. And so it's like 6 months? What? So then I explained to her the situation, and then she was like, okay, all right, if it was like falsely stated, what you can do is you can go to a physical branch and request an override, right? Hi, Yui! Hello! Hey! How are you doing? I'm talking about my finance situation. The saga continues. But I hope you're doing well. How have you been? And so going back to my situation real quick. So they said that I should go to a physical branch to get an override. So then I go there because there's a bank literally not that far from my workplace. So I went there after work and I said, okay, they left a note on my account, have them look at it. They looked at it and then proceeded to go, we don't know what she's talking about. So, the guy who helped me at the bank itself said, okay, give me like a week and then we can figure out what's going on. So then I went back this week, because it's been a week's time at that point, and his idea ended up not working. So what he did instead was that he called like an executive branch to fill out, I guess, a paper form that is very hard to find for the clients themselves, and so he and I were on the phone filling it out, answering the questions right then and there to help the gal over the phone who was actually filling out the form for me. And I had to explain the situation, I had to talk about my account and everything, and then I had to go home, and then I had to scan official documents from like the company that like falsely claimed all of those statements on me. And so I finally got an increase today, and it shot up like super high, which I'm super happy about. So that means I can actually afford to use a credit card like on my trip to on my New York trip in January, which I'm so psyched for. I'm super relieved, because I don't like using my debit card just on its own, because that's my money. If something happens to my debit card, my finances are just actually screwed if someone takes my debit card. So it's one thing for a credit card to happen, because then you can like cancel it. It doesn't really affect your money. It doesn't affect the money that you've been making, your deposits and stuff like that. So finally I can use a credit card with a decent amount again, and so I'll be super excited for my trip to New York. It's like, hooray! I don't have to use my debit card in a state I'm not familiar with. So I'm just relieved, and it's just a weight off my shoulders, so that's good. Another update is in terms of my therapy sessions. I actually had my therapy session yesterday. Yesterday. And so I actually had my therapy session yesterday and explained to her the situation of just like how I've been feeling. So she's been able to help me develop some, I guess the equivalent to coping mechanisms to help me calm down over, because I think she and I were both a little shocked over how I reacted to it, the therapy sessions. And so she gave me some coping mechanisms to, if I feel like that, you know, just to take a breather and chill and relax and until the next session and everything. And that, it already did so many wonders in just like a night. So I'm feeling a little better, and hopefully we don't have like that kind of talk again on the stream. I'm very sorry that I like threw that all at you guys all at once, but I'm really excited to work. Well, no, I'm not excited per se, but I'm really relieved that I'm able to work on that kind of stuff. So again, I appreciate you guys just listening to me on that the first time that happened. I want to give you a heads up, though, that I had that talk on my last Alice Madness Return stream, but I felt really bad about it, so I ended up cutting out that piece, like the first half hour of the stream. I cut that out in the VOD, so it's just strictly the game. So if you're wondering where that is, that's why. I want you guys to enjoy the game, not, you know, feel bad, you know, over my situation. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up for that, in case you're going back to the stream and you're like, where's the first half hour? Gone. Going back to chat here, doing good. Did your Twitch yearly recap? You'll never guess who my #1 streamer was this year. Is it moi? Mayhaps. And then hooray for therapy. I know it's too I think I did it too late, but at least it might be a bit late, but at least I'm doing it, so I'm really happy that I'm actually doing it. My therapist is just a sweetheart. I love her so much. I was #1. I'm #1, baby. Quick question. Is there somewhere to send fan art? That depends. If you wanted, are you comfortable sending it like publicly, or did you want to send it more like in terms of privately? Because if you wanted to send it more privately, you can send it at least for the time being, since I'm still working on maybe getting a Discord up and running. At least for the time being, you could probably send it through a whisper. But if you wanted to post it publicly or anything, I don't have an art tag, so you're welcome to just at me on Twitter for those if you wanted to do that. But I know some people don't really like to send fan art, you know, publicly and things like that. So I want to give you guys options as well. So you're welcome to, you can send it via like a whisper or through like a Twitter DMs if you wanted to do that. Or if you wanted to post it publicly, you're welcome to just at me. That's totally okay. I don't have any kind of hashtag for art, so go for it. I know one of my 2024 goals is to actually make a Discord. I think we have enough followers to justify making a Discord, so if you guys bear with me while I kind of get some of that stuff situated, maybe you might see something in 2024. Who knows? Send it via messenger pigeon. Yes, it's like the Harry Potter owls, just send it that way. But yeah, you're welcome to send them in either of those, and then, you know, once any kind of Discord shows up or anything, I don't know when that will be, but, you know, when, I want to say when that happens, not if, but when, I'll have like an art tag, of course, and everything. So just be on the lookout, because I do like to see your guys' art too. I'm super excited to see some stuff, and I have like this, I don't know what sparked my interest for it. If you guys don't mind me going on yet another tangent, I'm gonna get on my Twitter for a second here, but Amaji has been really on it in terms of getting like rigs for models or model arts done and everything. I think the last time that I mean, if you guys see my Twitter, you guys know that I always like repost that stuff from her, and it's making me very, very tempted to just, it's really the last couple of people that Amaji has posted videos of for the rigs and model art has really inspired me to maybe want to like draw all of my quote-unquote brothers and sisters. And yes, I do consider those who are rigged by Amaji to be my siblings as well, so I think that would be super fun to do as a potential art stream. So I mean, if you guys are really interested in that, let me know. Yeah, maybe a chance to send memes to Keppel and Genther. Yeah! Yeah! So we'll get there. But yeah, I don't know. Is, I'm trying to remember the name of the VTuber that Amaji just finished up, named, she goes by Copa on Twitter, has been like following everybody like Lilia and I have, and she's just been like super excited for it. Like, I think I just finished following all of my brothers and sisters, and I'm just like, she's got such floofy hair. I wanna draw it. I wanna draw it. So, yeah, just be on the lookout for a potential art stream. I do want to give you guys another heads up. Oh, you mean x.com? What do you mean tweets? Do you mean posts? I will never call it X, okay? It is ingrained as Twitter in my brain, alright? I didn't use Twitter enough to justify start calling it X yet, okay? I still need to call it Twitter. I know that makes no sense, but it makes sense in my heart. I want to give you guys a quick heads up. I'm taking a look at my calendar real quick here. So, I gotta get some Christmas stuff prepped for the next week, and so what's gonna happen is I'm probably gonna have maybe just a few streams, maybe like 2 at most, just so I can prep for some stuff, because I'm actually leaving on the 22nd, which is a week from tomorrow, to go home, and then I will not be back at my place until the 28th. So I'm taking a couple extra days off on the Christmas weekend to stay with my family, so it's just barely under a week, but the chances of me streaming on the week of the 25th of Christmas Day is most likely not gonna happen. I'm just gonna let myself relax, because I'm gonna be honest, I got some interesting family members and I'm gonna be pretty tired of them by the time Christmas is done. So, I'm not gonna be home until that Thursday. So I want to say maybe expect a weekend stream, or I don't know, maybe I'll talk with my friends to see if we can do something for New Year's, but we'll see. I don't know 100% what's gonna happen. I'm kind of waiting to hear back if I'm doing like IRL stuff or digital stuff. I gotta wait and see. So just bear with me on all that, but we'll get back to a consistent schedule for sure. January 1st. So, hooray! Stop trying to make X happen. Yeah, stop trying to make X happen. Sent it on Twitter. Hope you like it. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, give me a quick second. Did I see it? I'll have to be on the lookout. I think I'm behind. Also, ooh, thank you for the head pats, Yui, and thank you for the sunglasses. Yes, I will be, You know what, my Twitter's a little messed up right now since I changed my, title, so let me take a look at it after, and then I'll definitely see it. Give me a second. Wait a second! This is so cute! Hold on. I love it! It's so cute! Wait a second. Oh, can I show this? Can I show this real quick? Oh my goodness. I love it! that okay, Quack Splash? I know you posted it on Twitter and everything, but is that all good? Go ahead. Oh! Hold on, let me get everything going on. Ooh. This is so cute! Look at it! I love it so much! All of this, I love the little details on the belt, just the cute little smile, the #1 crown. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make that. And the shades, this is so cute, Quack Splash, I love it! Oh, so cute, thank you so much. Any fan art is just, it's in my heart. I love it so much. Oh. #1 best streamer, right? I'm gonna make that crown. I'm gonna make that crown. we're gonna make it a channel point thing. First time you drew digitally? Ooh! I know, digital art is really hard sometimes, especially if you're so used to drawing like on paper. I still struggle sketching digitally, so I totally get it when it's like the first time jitters, but it looks so cute! I love it so much. And the color, I'm still looking at it. And just the happy little rays of sunshine. Oh, it's so cute. Thank you. I love it. So happy you like it. I'm so happy you made it. It's, oh. Okay, I gotta get out of Twitter or I'm gonna stare at it like all stream. You know what? I've talked. I think it's a good way to end the just chatting part. I think it is time to actually get to the streaming of the game that is listed on the title right below us. So, ooh, I mentioned that was gonna happen. I'm talking too much. So as you guys know, the new Genshin update's gonna be happening in like 5 days, right? Less than 10 days, and your girl has finished the Archon quest, but still has not done all the story quests. However, we only have Furina's story quest to do. So, unfortunately, I think it opened, or I think it became available after the Archon quest. So, spoilers for Archon quest stuff because we finished all of that. So I'm really excited to do Furina's story quest. Furina definitely shot up to be definitely one of my top favorite Archons in terms of her story and her emotion and everything. Oh my god, yeah, she's definitely grown to be one of my favorite Archons for sure. Nahida's still like super up there, but I think she and Furina are tied at the moment. Don't be upset. I was trying to pull for Charlotte constellations and I ended up pulling Furina. And I still have not built Furina because I'm still trying to focus on refining Neuvillette, Wriothesley, and Charlotte. So unfortunately, Furina, and then I didn't touch Genshin for like a week. So, I'm behind. I'm very much behind. So I'm gonna build Furina eventually, but just right now, don't have it. So, unfortunately, she's not in the party, but at least we got Neuvillette a little stronger, so yay! Monsieur Neuvillette deserves it. He's doing about, like, just on his own, like, 14k damage on some pretty tough enemies, so, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good with that. And then Wriothesley, I still don't know what I'm doing with him. He's doing okay. I think I just need to level up his talents a bit more, but he's doing okay. And then Charlotte, she's just a meme build. She's shockingly a pretty good healer while also doing some pretty good damage. So I made her an all-around unit and I don't know how that happened. So, but it's been fun either way. I still know nothing about this game, yet it was my #4 most watched game of this year. I wonder why. Definitely not for the #1 streamer having it be in her top 3 most streamed game content categories. Yeah, believe it or not, I'll be honest, I don't know what the top 10% means. Is that like top 10% of all my streams? Or was that... I think that has to be the case. But yeah, my top 3 were Art, Genshin, and surprisingly Tunic, which I'm really happy about because of our little Tunic emote. Like, you can't go wrong with the Tunic emote. So... I definitely enjoyed it, so... let me see. I'm going to... My music's gonna go away here while I get Genshin up and running here. Because I need to shut off my tab. Because Genshin is getting so chunky right now that it's actually lagging all my other tabs when I have it open. Oh, it's terrible. Now that I'm thinking about it, Tunic is in the top 3 of my most streamed games, I think. Or top 10, I should say. But it's like the top 3? I still don't know how the top 10% works, I'm gonna be honest. But I need to stream Tunic again to see if I can find all the little secrets and everything. That's for sure. Alright. Ooh, hold on, give me a second here. Okay, I think I adjusted the music and everything, so the volume all should be good to go. But, let me see. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water here. Oh my god, chat, I totally forgot to mention. And I even tweeted about it too, but look, I got a new keyboard, and it's apparently like it's called like a silent touch keyboard, and so like the mouse is quiet, so you might not be able to hear the clicks anymore. Now, you might still be able to hear the keyboard itself. The clacking is quiet, but I put a lot of pressure on my keyboard, so you might still hear that, but overall, you might not be able to hear it anymore, and that makes me so happy because I can get so annoying sometimes. So, hooray! Ignore the team. I'm just testing out some stuff. But Legend says if you say Tunic 5 times, Kevil will appear. I haven't seen Kevil in a hot minute. So let's see. Tunic, 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 Tunic! We miss Kevil! And their translations. Oh, that could be a fun stream, is like learning the language of Tunic. That'd be fun. Ooh, that'd be very fun. But we must focus. We must focus on Genshin. So yeah, the only button you might really be able to hear is like the mouse button and me like pressing really hard on it. But that was just me tapping the keyboard itself, but not any keys. But let's see. I guess I can give, I always seem to do this. I give like a mandatory, how are my characters doing? So Neverlet's still about like 80, 90. I mean, his stuff is still doing pretty good. It's his talents that I'm really proud of, because I bumped up his main talent by up to 9, and maybe I'll triple crown him, I don't know. But we're getting there. It's just a lot. I ran out of stuff. Freminate's been doing good. He reached about 2k attack, which is very good. And then his talents are still kind of low, but his main one's still doing really good. Charlotte. She's doing whatever the heck she wants. I don't even know how I'm building her. It's just fun. She's even her main stat I'm not even building all that much, but it's fun. She does almost 10k damage with her skill, so I mean that's pretty good. Can't complain with that. And last but not least, Risley. He also, wait, did I have them both equally at 200? 200.1. Got it. I equal 200. So, I changed his weapon and a couple of things, so I'm still building up his talents, and I'm planning on ascending him to 90, not leveling him up to 90, but look what happens if you ascend him to 90. His crit damage goes up to 209%. I just need to find more of my mechanical bugs and do a couple of these. And I can craft these. I have like a crud ton of these. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And then Charlotte scales off of attack, so this is like, it's perfect. It works. Anyways, W key doesn't want to work all that well. But anyways, so before we do anything else here, let's get our story quests up and running. So we gotta spend 1 key to do the quest for Furina. She's so cute, look at her. She's grown on me for sure, the most. Absolutely. The little Oceanid that could. To yesterday, one day you and Paimon arrive at the Adventurers Guild to check out the commissions there. So, I have not been spoiled for the story quest, but I have seen Twitter reactions to this, like even from some different Twitter streamers that I watch, like Bran or Sayu, VTuber and all of that. And they're saying that this is an annoying quest because of us, because of the Traveler and Paimon. So that makes me nervous. That makes me very nervous. So I have no idea what to prepare for, but we're gonna be ready. Like, one of my characters goes above 2k attack. And that's okay. It definitely takes a lot of building. Going off on another quick tangent here because I'm me. I think the first character I had that reached over 200 was probably my Kujo Sara. Because her buff, she's like a buff character like Bennett, where in her field of attack, she can buff characters and party members if you're in co-op, and the more attack she has, the better the buff is. So I tested it out on myself, and so she's got like, what, 26k? If I use my thing on her alone and then go back into this, she gets like, what, 31k? Hold on, actually I'm curious. Let's see how that works. Let me see. And then mostly Paimon, honestly. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I mean, why not? Let's bring Sara in here. I think I have her at level 90. Yeah. Let's bring her. Charlotte's my healer. We could do this.
With you all the way.
I love Sara's design so much. It's so pretty. Look how pretty she is. Oh my god, I love her. I know her personality might be considered a bit bland, but I love her. So anyways, so what? She's at, yeah, 26k at the moment. Now what? Watch this. 31k! It's so worth it. She's such a fun character. I love taking her into co-op and just like buffing all the characters. I'm like the person you want to be the support. I love being support in this game. Anyways, story.
Hey, Gabby, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
Hi, Paimon. Don't make me regret saying that we love you in this chat, okay? You make me nervous based on what Twitter's been saying. You don't have to be so direct.
It's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
Indeed.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
What's the sitch?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role.
Who doesn't have an understudy for their musical? What? Me? I love musicals! Pick me! I want to be in the musical.
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
Oh. That wouldn't be a good understudy payment then. Well, if you had an understudy, then you could just pay.
So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job.
I mean, honestly, I still probably would do it if the musical was fun. I've been through some, like, musical shenanigans, man. Some musicals here in America are just, like, the weirdest thing ever. I gotta go on a musical tangent one of these days.
There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Yeah, they do.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas?
Me!
Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
What? Yes, you have. Or at least acting. Very true.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there.
Has he just been standing there this whole time waiting?
Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help
Aww.
him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
He looks so distressed.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
He's distressed. We'll go talk to him.
Paimon approves, let's go!
Let's do it. Thank you, Catherine.
Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Listen how quickly he perked up. He's so happy.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show.
Aww.
It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with the ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts.
I mean, we could always call in, like, Yoonjin or something. I mean, she likes us.
All our sets and props are very
We had a whole
crude.
hangout with her and
We're
everything.
grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees.
Aww.
If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
No!
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Oh.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note.
This sounds like a college troupe or something.
Nobody wants things to
Feels
just
like I would know. Feels like I would
fizzle out.
know.
Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Feels like I would know some theater majors at my college that would have done that when I was in college. Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood.
Aww.
And unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The
Aww.
show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas.
Yeah.
What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
I mean, I have a lot personally. Traveler may not.
Please, there's no need to go that far. I
Aww.
wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Mora isn't the big problem. How do we find someone who's a good fit for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
You know who? Great minds think alike. I was just thinking that. Furina?
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
You think she's up for acting after doing 500 years of that, though?
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
That kind of sounds like she's undermining the past 500 years.
Hey, come on! You gotta let me back in!
Hello?
I'm a VIP!
Does that stand for
VIP.
very inebriated pianist?
Hi, Lappy. Hello. Already 5 months? Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the resub. I got them working again. Yay! But, oh my god, thank you so much for the 5 months. That's so sweet of you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. We're playing some Genshin, and we're doing Furina's story, and my stomach just dropped a little bit.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed
Ooh,
in a
excuse
number
me.
of
That
big
came
name
out of
shows
nowhere.
before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular.
Oh, big name shows. Okay. So, your girl is doing a lot better, but every now and then, just the slightest tickle in her throat just shows up every now and then. But I have good medicine, so it's almost gone.
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner.
That is true.
She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
It seems like she still has a pretty good reputation, despite the fact that some people might see her as like faking an Archon out of all that trial and everything. It seems like she's still in pretty good standing with some of the people, which is really good. She deserves a hug and the best support ever. You want the show to go ahead, don't you? Are you prepared to do whatever it takes? That sounds very, pushy.
Well, yes, but...
That sounds very pushy.
Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too.
Well, 4 more work days before my 2-week vacation. Ooh, good! Oh, that'll be nice. Still coughing? Just a teeny tiny bit. Nothing too bad. Not nearly as bad as last week. It's just, I went to the urgent care, got like a stronger medicine, which is like, it's like over-the-counter Mucinex instead of like on the shelf. So, it's really helped a lot, but every now and then I still get that like, ugh. So, we're good.
I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of
I'm just
performing
talking too
on
much.
stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested.
Hi, Ken.
She
Hello.
might consider this opportunity beneath her.
It's not that bad. Let me have this moment of being able to chat with you guys without coughing too much, okay?
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
It just sounds like Paimon's undermining it a little bit. I don't know. Let's go. It'll be good to check in on her anyway.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
See ya.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
As it happens,
Oh.
I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Damn, Catherine, you eavesdropping?
When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed.
So you were eavesdropping?
It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
By eavesdropping.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
For your eavesdropping.
Now that we've
I'll
got
stop.
the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Also, hope you're doing well, Ken. We are starting the story quest. We're starting Furina's story quest. Oh, has it not even been a week yet? Oh. We're starting Furina's story quest, and I've heard stuff about this quest from I haven't been spoiled, but I've seen tweets made by like Sayu or Bran or something like that talking about how infuriating this quest is, not because of Furina, but because of like Paimon and a little bit of the Travelers. So I'm already like expecting the worst, but I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
It's a big house! What do you mean?
Not that there's anything wrong with this place, it's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
But it's still grand! Look at it!
No, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
She sounds so tired. Oh no. Hi, Furina.
Ah! Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
She sounds so tired. Hi, Furina. Hi, Furina. I know you've been suffering for 500 years and Catherine doxed you, but you want to be in a musical? Stop. That's so true.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to
I
food.
love it.
But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Don't you get sick of macaroni every day? Don't diss the macaroni.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week,
Yeah.
macaroni and bolognese the next.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Shut up, Paimon. Macaroni's good. Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
The fucking audacity. No better way to describe the scene.
It's not
Stop
like
it.
I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house.
Aw.
So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
I just now noticed that she cut like her hair shorter and she's wearing the black uniform now, whereas when she was, acting as Fulsalor, she had the long twin tails and white. All the black was white. So that's really interesting. She's finally the character that changed her clothes in this game. in canon.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like La Lettre Fossilor or Blubber Profiteroles in no time. If
Blubber
I felt so inclined.
Profiteroles? What?
Ah, there
The
it
hell is
You don't know
that?
how to cook.
Shut up! She's already cooking! She's cooking macaroni! It's better than the Raiden Shogun.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
No!
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoot!
Shoot.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being in her own Paimon-y way.
Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you.
What? Trying?
Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not important. We actually came here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, Maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
I mean, you don't
worry,
need a
It's
vision.
nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
I mean, asking to be in a musical is pretty serious. If not you, then no one. You're the only person for the job.
Oh?
Gaslight,
Well,
gatekeep,
if
girl
that's the
boss.
case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
You tell Furina about the troupe's plans for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
Understandable. Let her cook a bit more. Yeah, give her time to cook.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
Have we not forgotten the past? Have we forgotten about the past 500 years?
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
It would be pretty traumatizing.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
That is totally understandable considering everything she went through. So that's how you really feel.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Paimon, don't push it.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Yeah, she set a boundary. We gotta keep it.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Get it, queen.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Aww.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
No, no. You shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one Stop! I'm not using that. I'm not saying that one. Don't push her if she doesn't want it. I know we gotta like show her that people still probably like her, but not this way. Shouldn't assume the worst of people.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
You know, that's totally understandable, actually.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't
Get it,
want
Furina.
this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh.
I mean, we
I wish
are
I could
kind of
help,
pushy.
really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Sounds like Paimon's just saying this out loud on purpose just to make her feel guilty, and I don't like it. Let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. Alright then, we'll see you around, Furina!
Toodaloo to you too.
Toodaloo.
I'm going home to take a rest now.
Toodaloo. Alright, go back and pass on the word about Furina's views.
Too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
At least she says
Maybe
that.
the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
Well, duh! What did you think, Paimon? My goodness. Oh?
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
Hello?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
Oh, it's the original actress.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh.
She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Oh.
Excuse me.
The
but
drama.
Can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Catherine being like, can you stop arguing for 2 minutes?
Sorry. I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all.
Yay.
Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Yay! But I hope she doesn't collapse.
Right! Sounds like everything worked
Well-
itself out then.
Is that her? Is that Furina right there? Imagine if we had managed to convince Furina to join, only for her to find out she's no longer needed.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
No!
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day.
Okay.
I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
My computer fan is freaking out for a second. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that a little more loudly than normal. I don't know. It's going haywire right now.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Paimon, wait here a second.
Sure.
I knew I saw her.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Why are we like grabbing hold of her?
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Like, why did we grab her? Like, we couldn't have said boo or something like that. We had to just, like, yank. What?
Furina?
Hmm.
Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all.
Teensy tiny.
When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down.
Aww.
I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, don't apologize.
Oh, it's
It's
totally
okay.
fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why didn't you just show yourself?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me.
Aww. My top 2 emotes this year. Ah, were they your top 2? Oh, I feel so welcomed. Oh, thank you, Lappy. That means a lot. Nah, Paimon deserved it. Paimon deserved those strongly worded words.
But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
Aww.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder
O'Reilly.
as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
Oh my.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater.
Aww.
She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
This is way sadder than I was
Yeah.
expecting.
After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can, but despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
That's so sad. That's so sad. Stop it. I always say that. Stop it. I gotta stop doing that. I always do that. Good
What
lord.
a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Aww.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway.
Is she gonna be the director?
I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member.
Oh!
But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh!
Most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
She's gonna be the director. She's gonna be the one in charge now! Oh my god.
We unfortunately don't have
Stop.
any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director.
Aww.
Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
No. A verdict can bring emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into affinity.
An interesting answer.
I do like the
But
latter
if you
half,
ask me,
yeah.
I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time.
That's a nice perspective.
Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
Shush, Paimon! Shut the fuck up! Why did you break the monologue? I was invested!
You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
Pearls before swine. I always like that saying.
Name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Hush.
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
I like how she turns away from Paimon to ask us directly. Since it's you, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are.
Aww.
All right, follow me. We'll go to our
Right.
usual
Read
practice
the
space.
room, Paimon.
Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Oh, here we come. Let's see, where are we going? How far is it? Let's see. Ah, we can walk there. It'll be fine. Yeah, Paimon's not reading the room very well in these, that's for sure. But it's so far not as bad as I thought. It's just, it seems like she's just kind of undermining the situation a bit. But it makes me nervous. Like, is it gonna get worse from here then? Uh-oh. From the way it sounded and based on the direction that it seemed like people were going in, it almost seemed like Paimon and us were gonna like force Furina to be the actress. So for them to very quickly be like, okay, we respect your decision, just a little backhandedly, that's I can deal with that. Oh. Yes. More interiors. We need more inside houses and interiors to go into. The piano playing in the background.
Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow
Hi.
me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the
Little
role of
Oceanid.
artistic consultant.
Oh.
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
We had a couple trials of the century.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Aww.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying the little Oceanid?
The little Oceanid that could.
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director.
Oh.
One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Stop. Is this gonna make me cry? I feel like it's gonna make me cry.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Finding an actress was the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
Now this sounds like a typical
So
musical.
far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
Nothing. Unfinished.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
Oh.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
Chat, what would you like? Would you prefer a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy?
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Oh god, that would hit way too close to home. Wait a minute. Hold on, chat.
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction.
Hold the phone. That's a little dark, isn't it? For your to like do this in honor of your late director? Have the little Oceanid be the direct. Oh my god. Whoa.
But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors.
What?
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
Oh no.
The other is Villemont,
Dead.
who plays the main antagonist.
Villemont.
He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since.
Oh.
He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Everyone handles bereavement differently.
Although,
Excuse me.
now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises.
Aww.
All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, they're treating her so nicely.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way.
Take the compliments, you deserve them.
I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said
Poisson.
that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson?
Oh. Is something wrong?
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show.
Oh, she feels so guilty over what happened in Poisson.
So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Oh, Furina. Is this gonna make me cry? I feel like it's gonna make me cry. Alright, Poisson's too far to walk, so let's go. Oh no. I feel like it's gonna make me cry. I already feel sad just watching Furina be sad over what's been going on. This music is not helping considering what happened at Poisson. Game, what are you doing? Don't make me feel sad.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
I like how they're, like, creatively hiding the limitations of these visual novel areas where it's like, it's obvious what the animation is, but it's like cleverly hidden behind the lantern to make it look like he's knocking on the door. Or like how when we pulled on Furina's sleeve, it was hidden under the Adventurers Guild table. Like, I like that they're getting a little more creative with these. But I wish they could just make some new animations every now and then. But I like how creative they're getting. If there are like big limitations that they have to follow by.
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
And to make sure you're okay.
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
We got a surprise
Nice
for you.
Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
And you gotta get the musical numbers in there too.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
Navia! No one told me she was gonna be in here! Navia, my beloved, I missed you.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
I love Navia.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Get him. Oh.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
God, you can't have the music swell up like this when they're talking about that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We
Aww.
all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point.
Look at her just being a good big sister to her. It's so sweet. Geo Queen. I was contemplating whether I wanted to pull for Navia or not. Listen, your girl's gotta pull for Navia. I can't not. Everyone in Fontaine is so fun. I just want to get Navia.
But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
Are you... Oh, Furina.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done.
Everyone handles bereavement differently.
Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe.
That's what I thought.
To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina.
Oh.
It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
Look at her being so considerate of making sure no one, like, bashes Furina.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
See, this is the kind of conflict that I was kind of expecting during the Raiden Shogun's story quest, considering she, I don't know, caused civil war in in Inazuma, in her nation. Don't get me wrong, I like the Raiden Shogun, but like, I still like her character, but like, I did not like the fact that everyone just forgot what happened, basically. Except for like other playable characters. It's not the Raiden Shogun, it's the people that surrounded her story quest. At least the first one. That's my opinion. It seems like they're handling it a little differently here, even though we might not see it. Just the fact, like, in those comments alone, like, oh, people aren't gonna forgive you, so I had to pretend that you're playing an actress playing Furina, you know? That's something entirely different than, like, the Raiden Shogun walking down the street and everyone just going, the Raiden Shogun, the Raiden Shogun, the Raiden Shogun. Have a different opinion! People are pissed! People are scared! Like, come on! I want this stuff. It's not even the Raiden Shogun's fault. It's just the story. Her first character story was kind of whack, not gonna lie. Love the second one a lot better. I got lucky by getting coaching right after Furina, so yay, guaranteed. Good job, Quack Splash. I hope that Navia, or if you're planning to pull for Navia, I hope she comes lickety-split, so that way you don't have to waste too many of your wishes. Closest thing we get for A's opposition is Goro's dialogue and maybe Kokomi. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, some of the characters from Watatsumi talk about their conditions on Watatsumi, but, Goro definitely has some dialogue. In one of his hangout events has him, collecting the, like, former items from, like, some of his late, troop members, and, you know, laying them to rest. But other than, like, some voice dialogue, it seems like everyone kind of forgave the Raiden Shogun very quickly. So, I don't know.
Well, what
Comrades is a good word. Very good word.
I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all. Like my father before me.
Yeah! You were the best. Demoiselle! Best demoiselle.
Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Thank you. I didn't mean to go on that tangent.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there.
I swear I was not bashing the Raiden Shogun. I just didn't like the direction of her first character story, but it wasn't even her fault.
I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Aww. I do wish we kind of see that accompany Furina while she unwinds. Like, I kind of wish we can see more of, like, people reacting, though, to Furina being here. Yeah, this!
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding.
Even
To
subtle
be
things like
perfectly
that, I would
honest,
have taken.
I didn't know if I was ready to meet her.
Even subtle hints like that, I would have taken in the Raiden Shogun story.
It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
I'm sure some people didn't buy Navia's lie.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
Still.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you've taken on a bit too much in one go?
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
I love that she's just actively trying to change, but it's sad that it feels like she's hurting herself in the process.
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Uh-oh. They're not staying quiet either.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Wouldn't it be interesting if, like, we made our way over there and there would just be, like, passing comments of people, like the people standing around, and, like, maybe the granny could, like, pull the kid away, you know, to avoid making, like, any conversation with Furina, or, people, like, their gaze is... their arms cross when they start. That's the stuff I wanted to see in the Raiden Shoguns, like, because of the amount of emotions that were happening during the Civil War itself. But at least they're showing it in here. So, you know, because definitely Furina's been through a lot. And not everyone was there at the trial to understand what was going on either. So it's understandable that they'd be pissed.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
No, you're fine.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true.
Don't make me cry.
But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves.
Give her a hug. She deserves it.
Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, Freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
No, no.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
She's gonna make me cry. Stop. I'll read chat here. I'll read chat out loud here in just a second. I want to hear what she says next. Think of your freedom as your reward.
A reward?
Yeah, because now you can finally speak your heart. You don't have to be anguished and alone anymore.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing a secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Read the fucking room, Paimon. Shut up.
Could you please kill
See?
my case?
We even had a
I don't know
look.
what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
Yeah, we gotta put tape over Paimon's mouth. She really needs to read the room. What Paimon meant to say was, she doesn't want to see you so down. Do you feel better having gotten all of this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands.
Yeah. Let me see that smile. Oh, a little hope in her face. Right, Paimon. Can Paimon just disappear for a couple minutes while she talks with just the traveler?
All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Right. Okay. Alright, it's time to go back. Don't worry, we'll go back the fast way, but let me see what chat said. In regards to the Inazuma Archon quest and the Raiden Shogun, even Toma, after what Raiden did, he's like, nah, we chillin'. Toma's a little bit of a different case, but at the same time, I feel like he'd hold at least a little bit of resentment over the fact that she was gonna take his vision. So, like, right in front of people. And then he was like, sentenced under the decree, might have been killed. Who knows what would have happened because he helped the traveler run away.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
What conversation are we walking in on?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food.
Yeah, you never pass on free food. Never, ever.
Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
What the fuck is this conversation?
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours.
Damn.
I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Damn, we walked in on a serious conversation.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
We only saw them argue once. She sounds like we've seen them 5 times.
Put your differences aside for a moment.
Ah, you're back.
Hi.
We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Yes, good. Get him out of here so we can rip the script from his hands.
Your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Damn.
Sorry.
on! Stop it! Oh my god, now I can see why people are upset with her.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
See, look at Furina.
That's right.
Take
He
from
has some pretty
Furina.
memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
The slow head turns to Furina. I don't know if you guys saw that, the simultaneous slow turn.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations
Gonna
she
take
faced
another
in
sip of
running our
water here.
troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
What? What kind of family does that? Oh my god, that... Someone give her a hug. Oh my god, who does that? What shit parents? Oh, just because it would take a little, you know, more effort to make sure that this person was, like, living a comfortable life, even with an incurable illness, you don't do that? You instead just get rid of her? That's ridiculous. Oh my god. I'm pissed off at the parents now. Oh my god.
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time.
Oh my gosh.
It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
Oh.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage.
Oh my god.
The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it.
Is every member of the troupe gonna reveal their really sad backstory and I'm actually gonna cry? Because that's really sad. Oh my goodness.
One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
I think this is the second time I've ever heard a Genshin character say, "Oh my god." I think the first time was Kaveh. Because it's like, you got 7 gods in this world. Who are you referring to? Oh my god. It's the Hydro God. well, I mean, former Hydro God, but you know what I mean.
Please, the honor is
Oh my god,
mine.
Counter 3!
I was profoundly moved
Where's
to hear
the third
about your
one?
troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Where's the third one? The first one was, Kaveh during that Sumeru event with like all of the what do they call those? All of the groups in the academia, and we all met in the diner, not the diner, in the restaurant at the end, and we had said something and he's just like, yes, oh my god, yes, you get me. The Darshans, thank you, my mind slipped. Navia in this dude. When did Navia say it again?
Same here.
Is it my god? Oh yeah, my god, it's a whole army of Gardamex. That's right, in that epic cutscene with her and Clorand. That's it. Oh yeah, it is 3.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I?
You're just about to reveal your sad backstory.
Yes,
like your
the script, of
companions
course.
here.
Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
Alright, let's see. The Horde of Mechs,
I'm
yes.
sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family.
Yes, we've heard
She
this.
finds love and friendship in a
Art!
bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing.
Oh.
The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic.
I love the 2D art in this. It's so pretty.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret.
Yes, Mr. Top Hat right here.
The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to turn this way.
But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
Yes, Mr. Inconspicuous. Mr. Incognito.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her?
Huh?
Her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction.
Holy shit, whoa, that's a different turn. Whoa.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me.
Yeah.
And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
Damn. She's going for the worst case scenario.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came.
Oh.
By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
That's what I thought too.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief?
Oh, no.
Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
Oh, damn, we getting a confession? Oh, we are getting everybody's tragic backstory. Oh, no. Oh, it is a 180 for
What?
sure.
You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
Oh.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
So he wants the ending to really mean something rather than the direction of it being like too true to life.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
All right, let's go.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
I like how she's saying that. Oh my god, Alonzi. Alright, where are we going? Far. Okay. Where are we going? Very far. Alright. Alright, place your bets, chat. Either either Villemont has turned into like a recluse and is just not leaving his home, or dude is getting attacked and we gotta use Furina in a trial.
This is tough going. Delphi,
Or he's
are you
dead.
sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Try to keep up. You're too slow. We're in the middle of nowhere. I bet we're gonna have to use Furina.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
Yeah.
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Well, she's not going to. She doesn't have a vision.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into Indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Oh?
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway.
Okay, I see.
As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Oh, I find it endearing. C'est la vie. This doesn't require god-level powers, don't you know any self- Shut up! C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
That is me. That is moi.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
But now you can watch the Traveler,
Sorry
who's
to
just
leave
as
all
cool.
the heavy lifting to you.
That's all good. I just realized everyone. No, we got Sarah. I was about to say everyone in my team is Hydro or Cryo. But no, we got Sarah.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Yeah, we got this. Okay.
A moment, please.
Oh! All right.
Silence.
This is gonna take a little longer than I thought.
Flash!
Support hard carry, indeed. I fucking miss. I hate the slimes.
Storm the front! Quiver!
Settle down.
Oh, there's more!
Be
Shut
sanctified.
the fuck up. This is the worst. This is the actual worst team to use. I'm gonna look so incompetent. I hate it. I hate it. I love it. I'm gonna look so stupid trying to battle slimes. Shut up. This is actually the worst team to use.
Bow your
Get
head.
him! Get him, Nervalet!
Hold that
Hold on.
pose.
I can't believe that worked.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
I probably look so
Yeah,
incompetent.
thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
That's funny. Oh man, I should have picked it. Slimes are the worst when you least expect them.
Vilma,
Oh, that's
are you
funny.
there?
That's funny. I love it. Nice team for cryo shields. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
Surprise.
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Dolphy explains the whole sequence of
So,
events
You
so far
think
to
knowing the
Vilmore.
truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
After.
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us.
Uh-oh.
We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
What did you do?
Fiamma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Fiamma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
What?
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Is it Fanta?
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director.
Uh-oh.
It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Oh, that was like the Fanta, I think, that was mixed with the primordial seawater. Oh. I remember that it induces a state of euphoria. That's it, because it wasn't enough to actually turn someone... But it also causes significant harm to the body. It's literally like absinthe, almost, in a way. But it was like Fanta mixed with a little bit of primordial seawater, so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point.
Oh, shit.
I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers, your mistake. Gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. That's a way to put it. My God.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
The fact that there's no music really makes this way more ominous.
Hey, don't say that.
Oh, this dude, Paulo's gonna punch him in the face.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
God count 4. Oh my God. Oh no.
What do you mean? You were afraid. This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Paimon needs to shut up for right now.
Stay calm?
Telling people
How
to stay
can I
calm,
stay calm?
when they're mad is
This
the
guy got Aurelie
worst
murdered.
thing you can say.
She was the love of my life.
Yeah, I took a real quick fun fact. I took a interpersonal communication class when I was in college, and one of the first things we did when we talked about anger during an interpersonal communication was like never to tell an angry person to calm down. It literally just makes things worse. There's other ways you can word it, but just never ever tell someone to say like calm down. You know, when they're like this hyped up or anything. Because of this situation, and like, how can I stay calm? Think of it in a different way. Go at it in a different perspective, but just don't actually say the words calm down.
And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
No.
End my life so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
What?
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
Oh, damn.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating.
Oh.
I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
I like how she's just calling everybody out.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Oh.
If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
You can be gentle and stern.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and
Yeah.
it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
Mm-hmm. It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate. Oh.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims.
Yes.
If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
Are we going back in that same location?
You really think that's possible?
Yeah.
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
I love how they say wait for the good news, even if it may potentially be bad. It's just a positive spin. God, the music that was playing during all of that, it just warmed my heart a little bit. Aww. God, what a journey this has been. I feel emotionally exhausted, but in a good way. Like, I'm really enjoying this story so far. Even Paimon's, like, really terrible room reading comments is, not getting me down as much as I thought.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and
She's so
submitted the evidence in the
tiny.
first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
She's so tiny behind the table. I love it. Sidane sends a staff member to retrieve the box.
This is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Oh.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see.
The fact that the music just cut out.
Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
So was it that
If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Is something
her
wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left.
Or she was turning into water.
Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Oh. O'Reilly's notes. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th? Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever, and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Cressy? The pain keeps her awake at night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I've given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them important, please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten, and many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly. Oh my goodness.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her, and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines Aurelie has written, in handwriting much more legible than before. But it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. Oh.
If you become
that
human,
mirrors...
you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
That almost sounds like exactly word for word what Focalor told Furina.
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
And that too.
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it.
I'm gonna cry. I'm really
Let's
gonna
go.
cry.
It's time for them to learn Director Aurelie's final thoughts.
I'm really gonna cry. I have a feeling. Oh my. See, I guess when I originally thought of it in terms of the experiments, I guess my thought was that they were dissolved pretty quickly after being kidnapped. But it sounds like in here, it sounds like they waited days, if not much longer, before doing something like that. And maybe, I don't know, that's just... God, I didn't realize just how terrifying that would have been. Oh, that's absolutely terrible. Now I'm sad. What am I supposed to say to all of that? What am I supposed to say, chat? My heart, it hurts. Oh. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. You can't have this upbeat music in the background when saying that. Oh my goodness. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Hush, Paimon. It's from the heart.
Don't underestimate
Excuse
my
me.
experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Aww, my heart.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During
What's
the
up?
curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Oh.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Oh my god, is she gonna have the big stage in the Opera Epiclese?
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Oh, she wants it grand.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Oh my god.
Whoa, wait, what?
Oh no, don't get cold feet now. Oh, she's committed.
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
Oh no. Oh, she's gonna get it.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
Oh.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, he's getting cold feet.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home, baby.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Aww.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette.
Oop.
I know just where to find him.
Oh, we're gonna see Nervilette in this too! Oh my goodness. Hold on. I gotta hear what everyone has to say first real quick.
During the final scene, maybe we should stop the music just before Cleo takes the stage?
First Miss Furina, now the Opera Epiclese? If only the director was still with us.
Hey, come on. There's no point in dwelling on that now. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, keep up that positive attitude.
You're right. Now's not the time to get all melancholy.
Alright, what do you have to say?
Best of luck to you.
That's it? That's all you have to say? Okay. Elaine? Is that... I can't even talk to you. Burard? I can't talk to you either. What a shame. Alright, to the Opera Epiclese to go say hi to Monsieur Neuvillette. Because we love Monsieur Neuvillette in this household. 100%. We love him so much, he's on the team! Alright, we're gonna see Monsieur Neuvillette with Monsieur Neuvillette!
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
She sounds so happy about that. She sounds so happy about guessing right, too.
I knew you'd be here.
Oh,
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
just as polite as ever.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share the story of the little Ocinid with Nicolette along
understand.
with the backstory.
The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Oh my, he's giving us the special treatment.
The story of the
I'm
little
honored.
Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
I'm honored.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
Oh.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life.
Me too. Me too. Furina she really needs a hug.
Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire.
Oh.
The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
We still gotta respect her decision if she does say no.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions.
But you could be the director for them.
Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission.
Aww.
I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
Oh, you're such a trooper. Thank you. He's so nice.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Oh, you can just tell, like, he truly means that. The voice acting's been so good for him. Okay, all right, where are we going? Where are we going, folks? We're almost done, I think. I think? There's no way we're not done, right? Where are we going? Oh, back to the troupe, that's right. Okay. Because we gotta deliver the good news! That's right. Whew, my hands are getting a bit chilly.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
Look how happy she looks! Oh my goodness!
Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nervalette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance.
I want to watch this performance.
A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
Look how big that little smile is.
This is truly wonderful.
Oh, excuse me.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse.
Mm-hmm.
Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Oh!
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
That's so backhanded, though.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us! We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
What? She hasn't been a drama queen? What do you mean? What is Paimon talking about? She's been fine. God, I can understand why people are getting annoyed with Paimon in this. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to the final production. I want a
Please
front
feel
row
free
seat.
to give us any comments or suggestions you have.
Oh.
We really value your input.
Ooh,
Hey,
constructive
Loic, get over here.
criticism.
Time to practice the opening number.
Ooh. Aww. Oh, that makes me. Oh, look at that. Oh, the ending. Oh, look at them practicing.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
Oh my god.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
I love that guy's mustache.
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Ooh.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Oh, everyone's invested.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time.
Aww. I just noticed, I really love that the fountain, the ribbons are, the water flowing. That is so creative. I love that.
If only.
If only?
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Oh no, is she flaring up?
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Oh no.
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Oh.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
Oh.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
Oh no.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Uh-oh.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask.
Oh, she's ready.
Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Oh.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep.
Oh no.
No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
Is this like a good question to ask when you should be on stage at any second?
It's her pure heart.
Oh.
Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said.
Aww.
I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Oh, the fact that the music stopped again. Oh, Furina. In and out. Breathe in and out. You got this. Oh, cutscene.
Is she here yet? Let's get here.
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Oh, look how smooth that is.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis seule et toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Oh my god. She got her vision. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. That was wonderful. I'm actually crying.
just
Oh my
me?
god.
Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now? She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere?
And she's got her vision on now.
Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
I'm actually crying. Hold on. Oh, that was so spectacular. The animation, the lyrics, the vocals. Oh my god.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Oh. Aurélie.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice.
Oh.
Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Aww.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh no!
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
The little foot stomps. Stop.
All
Oh.
right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
The group betrayal. No, stop. Oh, man. Right, Kenther, I was crying too. Top shelf stuff. Right. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to watch that cutscene like 500 times.
After all,
it was so
it's been
good.
the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
That is a great rule to live by. Everyone in theater, even behind the scenes stuff, definitely deserves the praise that they do. I never really did behind the scenes stuff myself, but I saw how hard people worked while doing it, and they definitely deserved it, even if they didn't want to be in the spotlight. Chorus, in the, you know, those invisible, as they said, to the main actors, everyone in a musical theater, everyone has to work together to be able to produce such great quality, fun, you know, musicals or plays or acts. If, you know, you need everyone. So that's a wonderful rule to live by, as someone who has been a former theater kid.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
Girl is so flustered.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
Isn't it so easy? I love it. Okay.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
That was great.
Oh, that.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ignis. Oh my gosh. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, you just missed the best cutscene in Genshin ever. Oh my god.
I've got no idea.
I'm sorry
what
for any
happened there either.
spoilers.
But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
It worked pretty well, is what she said. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that the audience has never seen such a realistic
How are you doing,
prop.
Ignis?
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, Dolphy.
Let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Oh, you know what? I might have to go on. I know Genshin's YouTube has it. We need to go in, and any of the new people need to see the cutscene again because that was too good.
Yes.
Oh
Plus,
my god.
she'll definitely want to hear how the
I
end of the show
cried.
went.
I actually cried.
If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Oh, that was so good. Whew. I am glad you're doing great, Ignis. Oh my gosh, I'm doing fantastic. We're catching up with the last Genshin story quest that I have to do before the update in like 5 days. So cuz God knows we're going to have more character stories and I need to stay caught up in this game or they're never going to get done. I still have like 3 hangout events I still need to do. Oh no. I wonder if we should do hangout events on here. That's a question. Where are we going? How far did you walk this woman? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. You made it all the way over here? Jeez Louise. If you for those of you that don't know, Furina had to take control of like the lead actress role because our lead actress has a sickness, and so it flared up at the very end there, so she had to take her place, and we had the most amazing cutscene Genshin has offered yet. So, listen to that happy, peppy music.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
Oh boy. I really should do Fontaine's story quest. Yes, yes. I'm sorry if this is like a potential spoiler of what's happening. I hope you don't mind them. And then she can walk on water. Yeah, oh no, I have Furina, I just don't have her built. I accidentally got Furina when I was pulling for Charlotte Constellations.
How did the performance go?
Whoops.
Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, the audience loved it.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic!
It was great!
You're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's wonderful.
Aww.
I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end.
You tried.
I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
You tried your best.
Don't
It's okay.
worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition.
Oh, she's still salty about it. We ball, stay and vibe. Feel free.
Even
Feel
though
free
you
to
couldn't
chat
see
or
it
lurk
through
if
to
you
the
need
final
to.
scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Aww.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Yes.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Listen, she's already bedridden. Don't kick her while she's down.
Don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
The doy, Paimon. Thanks for
I don't know what
stating
you're
the
talking
obvious.
about.
Thanks for stating the obvious.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
In the best way possible.
So, any plans for the next step?
Is the troupe breaking up?
After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
Aww.
You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
What?
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Oh. No.
Hey, don't just walk off!
Oh.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
Musicals are such a joy.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh.
So now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of
You can't be a
consultancy
recluse
requests will
anymore.
hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
She's still so salty.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
What are the options? There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Let her be her own director.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time I'll invite you to join me. Oh,
Then it's a deal.
she's so happy.
If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Oh, it's so cute. Stop. Oh. What do you have to say?
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. Alright. I need to lurk, but I'll still be here. Thanks for, yeah, feel free to lurk. Feel free to. No worries at all. I was gonna show off. I do not have Furina built, but I do have her. It's just, I want to focus on, finishing up Neuvillette and Risley's and Charlotte's build first before going on to her, because I know she'll take like a lot of investment. But I'm excited to build her once I get more of the materials.
I have high hopes for this journey.
So, I mean, she's at level 60, we're getting there. But it's really interesting with how Furina works, because she has both a Numa and an Usa version. So, like, Neuvillette and Charlotte both have a Numa vision, which is shown as being, like, yellow, like a yellow light, like... Yeah, like that. It looks like a spear, right? Well, hold on. She can do it again, come on. There you go. Whereas, like, Risley has the Usa, which I can only use on his ult, so I don't want to waste it. But, Furina can do both. So she's got her Usa form, which is this, and then if you hold her charged attack, she changes to, her Numa form, which is with the twin tails and the white attire, which is really interesting. I'm actually gonna go out to show this off a bit. So, I do know how her mechanics work ever so slightly. When did I change? When did I change back? Hold on. Why is she back in her Usa form? Anyways, so, her skill... Oh, I gotta get to a body of water. So her skill allows her... That's not where I want to go. Allows her to walk on any water. And so that's really interesting to see. So, hold on, let me get to the body of water here real quick. I still haven't even given her wings yet! Oh, shoot. That's how little I've been, like, focusing on her at the moment, but I'll get that eventually. So, if she's in her Numa form, and she does her skill, basically she has these three little Hydro guys that follow her around, and basically they deal damage, I believe based off of her HP? What? No! Why? Why? Why would you do that? Stop it. Anyways, so these little guys who are acting on their own So they attack the other... When they attack the enemies, it drains the HP of everyone in the party. However, in her Numa form, her skill is an Oceanid that heals. And it heals whoever is currently just active in the party. So unfortunately, I just have none of that built. So she's both a healer and an off-field damage dealer. And what's really fun about Furina is that when she has either skill active, whether it be in her Numa or her Usa form, can you stop? She can walk on water. wait. There we go. She can just full-on walk on water indefinitely. It is so cool. Look at this. Oh my god. I think I showed this off the last Genshin stream I did, but I can't not be excited about it. And then it works even like a couple seconds after the skill cooldown is done, so I can just pop and then just do it indefinitely. I have seen videos of people like running to Inazuma from Mondstadt, which for those of you who may not know is... Hold on. Yeah, so that's Inazuma. So like from, you know, Mondstadt or Liyue all the way to Inazuma just by walking or running as Furina. I think that is hilarious. Absolutely love it. She's definitely a super fun character and I love her to bits. She's definitely grown to be one of my favorite Archons for sure. I just need to actually build her. And so now I need to actually look at chat because I realized I have been neglecting chat a bit. Who is my favorite character? I feel like we've had this topic. Are you talking about like a favorite character from each element? Or are you talking about from each element or weapon type or just in general? What do you want in terms of favorites? Am I allowed to pick a couple, or do I only have, like, one? Whatever category. Let's see here. Let's go to the character archive. Go for a couple. Okay, let's see. Who have we got? Character owned. Let's do by... I think we talked about this before, so how about let's quickly, because I've discussed this before already, but let's quickly go by element type. Okay, but look at this animation. Just hugs her, it's so cute. Anyways, in terms of Animo, I would have to say Faruzan's probably my favorite Animo character. And this is just in terms of personality, not necessarily play style. I'll get to that later. But in character, Faruzan's probably one of my favorite Animo characters, with Wanderer probably being a very, very close second. In terms of personality, definitely like him as a character. When it comes to Geo, you can't go wrong with Arataki Ito at all. Very fun character. Very silly, very stupid. But then also on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, I love Yunjin personally. I loved her ever since her splash art came out and was just like, oh my god, I need her. She's so cute, and she's one of my best supports for Ayato, but we'll get into like more stuff later. But anyways, I love Yunjin, and then I also really like Noelle too. She's very fun. I really like almost all the Geo characters, to be honest. But Yunjin and Ito are probably my two favorites. Navia's definitely going to reach the top 3 when she comes out, for sure. A fellow Yunjin enjoyer, absolutely. Oh, just look at her, look how cute she is. And then her hangout event was super fun and cute. She's also like from an opera troupe, because she's like a based off of Chinese opera, Chinese opera. And so she's like a Chinese opera singer, and so she's kind of like Furina in a way of like being able to take the stage. So as a fellow theater kid, love her. But she's very sweet, but also has like a bit of a mischievous side, so I really like that. Just overall, just a fun, sweet character. Love her. When it comes to Electro, I got a couple. In terms of design, Kuchasara beats everybody. I love her design so much. It's so good. Look how pretty it is! She's just pretty, and I love her. Sino definitely is also one of my top favorite Electro characters, just because of how serious but also very silly he can be. Just, I love the puns as much as I say I hate the puns. I love the puns. But let me see here. Razor definitely holds a place in my heart in terms of just very memorable characters, and one of the characters that definitely sparked my interest in wanting to play Genshin Impact alongside Noelle, surprisingly. So definitely these two hold a special place in my heart for sure. Let's see. I also really like Kuki Shinobu too. I love the fact that she's with the Arataki gang despite being like well overqualified. And I like that gimmick. And her mask is absolutely amazing. She's just got a very different design compared to some of the other Inazuma characters, and I definitely respect her for that. In terms of Dendro, I love everyone in Dendro, okay? I had a bias to Dendro ever since I saw Baiju back in version 1.1 when I started. So, Baiju, definitely one of my favorite characters. I have been waiting for this man since version 1.1, and he didn't come out until version 3.6. It was worth the wait. I have him at C1, he's great, and his character story really helped me appreciate him and Changshun way more, and I love the fact that he ended up not being an evil doctor like what a lot of people were saying. He gets a really bad rep for taking care of Chi-Chi, and I don't know why, but I just definitely enjoy his character. So, let's see. Kirara, I love her design very much. I mean, how can you not? She's so cute. Look at her! Kaveh and Alhaitham, absolutely just, oh my god, they were roommates, you know? They're so stupid, and I love them. But I had been waiting for Kaveh ever since I heard about him in one of Tainari's voice lines, because I do like architecture, so I think it's very interesting to, you know, look at it from an architecture. I know a lot of people see Kaveh and Alhaitham as just roommates, but I do love their individual characters as well.
Where's my...
Despite the two being able to complement each other pretty well as being like complete opposites. But as like separate characters, they're still both extremely strong. It's really cool. With Alhaitham being way more sentimental, empathetic, very kind, but can also be super naive, and also just wickedly talented at being being in architecture, I should say. It's really good. An architect, that's the word. Also, hi Brian, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. I got asked who my favorite characters were, and I'm just gushing over all of Dendro, because they're all my favorites. I only started liking Dendro when I heard Kale got into the game from the manga. I'll get to Kale here in a second, for sure. Alhaitham, I love his cool, calm, and collected demeanor, for sure. I don't know. I loved how calculating he was in the Archon quest. He was definitely an interesting character. He kept my interest with how blunt he could be and how unintentionally funny that was, and him just being, I'm just a feeble scholar. Bitch, look at you! Feeble my ass. What does that make me? I love it. Yao Yao, how could you not? She's such a sweetie. I love her. And she's a really good healer, and she's just an adorable friend to Chi-Chi, really treats her, like, as a good friend. I love her. She's just overall very sweet. And I love that she's also, like, pretty lazy. Nahida, I don't know what else to say. She definitely became my favorite Archon when I learned more about her in the story and everything. She's just... I love her. She's so sweet and definitely didn't deserve anything that happened to her in the Archon quest. But I love how she's growing from it and really learning from her people and just overall has the wisdom to be the Archon that she is. Even with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata no longer being with us, basically. Tighnari, as much as I really wanted Baiju to be the first Dendro character playable, I'm really happy that we had Tighnari. How can you look at his ears? His ears! You're so cute! I love him! So, yeah, I definitely said to myself, I'm gonna get the first Dendro characters that come out, and Tighnari and Kale were definitely up there, and I'm like, worth it. So worth it. They're so fun. I love his character. His being, like, overwhelmingly sassy. I love it. It's fantastic. And then Kale, she was actually in the Genshin Impact manga, and basically, she had run away, what is it? So she ended up running away to Mondstadt, and she became really good friends with Amber, who was, like, one of the first characters that you get in the game. She's the first extra character you get in the game. And she became really good friends with Amber, and Amber really taught her to be herself, open up, and so basically Kale had this, oh my god, I'm trying to remember what happened in the manga, but basically, she ended up going to Mondstadt. Sino ended up helping her at the end because they had to get, like, what was it? It wasn't the god's remains that were in her system, was it? But basically there was something in her system that was getting rid of the sickness that she had. What was it called again? I'm trying to remember what the sickness in Sumeru is. The one that gives you the scales, basically, and like almost cocoons you almost in terms of just leaving you not being able to move and stiffen up so badly because of just how bad the condition was. And so the fact that she's come such a long way from being this icy, cold character that wanted nothing to do with any of the people that she was meeting and basically just helping herself for survival to becoming such a sweet, shy, very dedicated and determined person despite being clumsy because of her symptoms. She's a really strong character and I love her. Elazar, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Elazar was the symptom. Just watching Pirates of the Caribbean 2. Ooh, good movie. Good movie. So, anyways, that's me gushing over all of the Dendro characters in their own way. Child was always my favorite Hydro character for sure, but Neuvillette and Furina are definitely, like, they fought to be in the top two, probably. Neuvillette being my third Hydro husband, and Furina, just, I want to give her so many hugs because she deserves it. Love her. But Child does hold a special place in my heart because he was like one of my first banner. He was my first banner 5-star character. I got him like a day after getting coaching in the beginner banner. And so I guess I won my first 50-50 with him, and he's been on my team ever since, and I'm only ever growing to make him better. I got him Polar Star, for goodness sakes. So I got him his signature weapon. Much deserved. And then in... sorry, I didn't mean to double click. And then in Pyro, Yenfei definitely holds a special place in my heart. Ever since I saw her character, I was like, ooh, she looks fun. And she definitely is my main Pyro character. In terms of personality, I love Hu Tao. Didn't like her playstyle all that much. But I absolutely love her character. She's definitely very fun. But overall, Yenfei ended up taking her role as my main Pyro character. Toma is definitely like the house husband material, and I'm trying to build him a little more. He's definitely, I don't know, he's a comfort character. I love him. So, he definitely helped us out when the Raiden Shogun was about to kill us. So, props to that. And let me see here. Yeah, overall, he's just a very sweet, fun character. Someone that I would just love to go to for comfort and just to have a fun conversation with. He's just a house husband material. He can cook, he can clean. If I ever found myself as like an NPC in Genshin Impact, I would try to figure out a way to like settle with Toma. Because he would be like the best husband. He'd be like the one most realistic and like not have to deal with as many problems. As much as I love to say I have all the husbandos like in the game, yeah, Toma would be like the most realistic pick. Yoimiya is also definitely a character that I want, but she just shows up at the worst times ever. She's gonna be coming up in like the next banners, right next to the Raiden Shogun and Ayaka again. Like, what? Why? Why did you put her in between the two characters? Like, who the people want the most? Like, what are you doing, Hoyo? Why are you putting her in the worst spots possible? Like, girl. I don't get it. I want her, but I also want Navia first. It's terrible. Let's see. In terms of Cryo, who's our last group, Charlotte, Wriothesley, and Fremine have shot up to be probably some of my favorites because of just how fun their characters are and how fun all their playstyles are. Charlotte has been the funnest character I've ever played with because of just how unique her... Well, I shouldn't say unique because Nahida's got something similar, but because of just how fun... I can make her a healer, I can make her a DPS, I could do anything with her, and it's very fun. I love her fighting sequence where she's just taking pictures and killing people while taking pictures. It's great. I love it. How can you not think that's cute? I know a lot of people compare her color palette to Yanfei, and I definitely did the same by calling her Fontainian Yanfei. But that just shows how much I love these two at a time. It's great. Wriothesley, need I say more about my man here? Look at him. How can you not like this man? If you do not like this man, as your choice, that's totally fine. But that's not going to stop me from gushing over this man. I'm so sorry. The girl knows what she wants. Right, Ken? Right? I love it. And then always, I'm assuming that's for Yoimiya, with the Archon and Familiar. Yes! Right? It's terrible. Layla grew on me way more than I was expecting, but I think it's probably because of the mystery behind her persona that she develops when she's falling asleep.
How did I do that?
She definitely grew on me as a character, and I don't know why, but she definitely grew on me. And then, last but not least, I do like Diona. She's very, very fun. I don't know. I got Diona along around the same time when I got Child, because they were in the same banner all the way in version 1.1. I got her all the way back in November of 2020, okay? She was probably like my biggest healer for the longest time. And her story about her being a bartender while actively trying to make the worst drinks possible to destroy the alcohol industry, that is so funny. She's such a funny character, and her English voice actress just has this tone that makes her very fun to listen to, like in a fight or in her voice lines. I don't know. 10 out of 10 would adopt her if I could. She's my daughter and I love her. I can't really say much about Chi-Chi because look at this. I got Chi-Chi August of this year, okay? I can't say that Chi-Chi's been ruining my 50-50s, alright? But I love her just the same. So, okay. And then, okay, so that was for elemental types. Weapon types, I'll be quick about these.
1, 2.
Let's see, Ayato and Shinobu are and Alhaitham are definitely like my main go-tos for sword users. Shinobu, fantastic healer, does great with Alhaitham for the aggravate damage.
Wait.
Ayato is just a very fun, lazy character like Nervalette, but I love it. I love him. And then in terms of shielders, Layla. She's one of my favorite shielders. And then I'm gonna build Furina eventually, so I can't have an opinion on her just yet, but I love her. Keqing's playstyle was definitely something I used a lot in early game, so even though I'm not the biggest fan of her personality anymore, or her character all that much, she's definitely a fun sword user to play with. Very fun. In terms of Claymore, Arataki numero uno Ito! He's so fun. His charged attack is everything. I love him. He's great. Fremenese is also very fun, but only because he, like, knocks Pear like a baseball. It's great. So I definitely enjoy Fremenese as a character, and then Ito. I don't use Claymores all that much. Noelle is definitely my healer shielder for Claymores. Bedtime for me. Have a good evening. Hey, thanks for staying as long as you did. I hope you have a good night, Lappy, and we'll see you next stream. Thanks for staying, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Let me see. And then for archers, bow users are definitely my go-to characters. They're definitely my favorites. Obviously I'm doing archery lessons now, but archers have always been like my favorites in terms of playstyles. I love ranged characters, so to have like all the bows. Faruzan, surprisingly fun to play as a DPS, but I know that she's an awesome support, especially if you have her at C6. She's a great Animo support. But I built her as a DPS, and it was so worth it. She's so fun. Tainari, also fun. He works like... So when you use his skill, he then has the option to do like 3 arrows, like 3 charged attacks in succession, and they all shoot like homing arrows against the nearby enemies. It's very fun. He's just a very fun Dendro character, and I'm glad we had it. Kujosara... I made her into a really fun support, and so she buffs my team like nobody's business sometimes. Especially when I bring her into co-op, sometimes you can see the stark difference compared to what they did before to suddenly what they're doing now. And I've had some people in co-op go like, holy shit, what did you feed your Sara? Nothing but attack, baby. And she's just a very fun archer, too. I love how straight her arrow is compared to, like, everyone else who's slightly slanted. And then Fischl's with Oz.
I created another...
Yeah, I love Oz. So she's a very good off support help. And then Diona, love her shield. She's just overall super cute. And then I don't use his charged attack all that much, but Child's like half ranged, half melee, so he's like the best of both worlds. You can't go wrong with him. And his C1 manages his cooldown way more, and so to have him at C1 is very important. So he's definitely been by my side for a lot, and he's been doing damage both ranged and melee, so I can't go wrong with him. In terms of spear, Yunjin, best normal attack support ever. Love her. And she does quite a bit of damage with her skill, too. And she parries, like Beidou. So if you time it right, she can, like, be guaranteed a crit if you can parry just right. So it's really interesting. So she bases off of, like, her shield in her skill bases off of attack... Oh, no, sorry. HP. But her buff for normal attack is based off her defense, which is really interesting. Yao Yao is a soul HP healer. These are pole arms, by the way. Soul HP and she's very fun to just use as a heal, but mostly for Yulegui, her little companion that she just threw into the ether. I do have to say, I played with Mika a little bit in terms of his thing, and I want to try and make like a meme build of a sharpshooter build with his crossbow. I think that would be very fun. But overall, I don't use them all that much, so I can't say. I'm actually actively trying to build my Candace, because I love her shield, and I want to utilize that more. So I'm trying to come up with fun team comps for her. I have her built to 80, and I have like a decent, decent build for her. And I'm just using her as a support more than anything, so. But she's doing pretty good. So just a fun team comp if I just want to explore with a different team. Let's see here. And then for Catalyst users, who are the last users here, Charlotte, without a doubt, became my favorite. Risley also became he is so comfortable. His playstyle, I don't know if it's just because of how easy it is to punch melee compared to other Catalysts that go backwards, with him charging forwards like he does. And he can actually go like a second or two without interruptions, so you can adjust yourself, and he'll do like what Ito does and still continue the animation. So he's very comfortable to play. As much as I loved Heizo being the first melee puncher, Risley has perfected it a little better in terms of how comfortable it is, despite him feeling a little bit weighted because of his gauntlets, if that makes any sense. Nahida, very similar to Charlotte. She's got like that viewpointer situation going on, and she is a really good Dendro support character, and especially if you have more outside of Dendro on your team, like Hydro, Electro, Pyro. Oh my god, she can do so much damage off field. It's insane. Nervalette, as we all know, Nervalette, his hydro pump is amazing. I love it so much. He's so good. Also a little lazy, very similar to Ayato, but well worth it if you build him right. Baiju at C1, fantastic continuous healer. He's a really good healer. And he can definitely heal characters who even aren't active in the party. So, like, if it's just him on the field and you use his skill and you just keep him on the field, he'll heal everybody still. And if I have him at, like, what, 54k HP? Yeah, I have him at 54k HP, and he heals about, like, 10k. 10k. So, like, I've been able to keep parties alive in co-op. It's been fun. Wanderer, definitely unique in terms of being able to fly, and just, he's really good for exploration, so I just gotta get used to him. Yenfei, I just love that she volleys all her, fireballs. It's so cute and very funny. She's just a fun character. Oh, hey, chat. Hey, do you guys want to know a fun fact? Do you guys know that, hold on. Nahida plus Ganyu plus Dia equals Bagan, everyone! I need to build my Dia. Oh my gosh. I need to. I love Dia as a character. I forgot to mention it. Dia as a character is very fun. Honestly, one of my favorite characters in Sumeru. It's just a shame how her build is, how her kit is. But I want to try and make a meme build. That meme build with the ocean-hued clam set. That does damage the more you heal, and she heals herself, so it's perfect. I love it. But that tangent's over. Fun fact, for Yenfei, have you guys seen that animation pilot by Gooseworks called The Amazing Digital Circus? Yenfei is voiced by Lizzie Freeman, who voices the main character in that, Pomni. So, fun little fact there. And then also fun little fact, Diluc has the same voice as Kinger in that. So the king chess piece character, that's Diluc. Shares the same voice actors. Ta-da! There you go. Fun little voice acting facts. Let's see. I think that's it. I talked a lot, but those are my favorites. I love gushing about all these characters. They're all fun in their own way, and I definitely enjoy them. As I enjoy everybody in this game. I don't think I dislike any characters. There might be characters that I like least compared to others. But, you know, I'm gonna be honest, and I've mentioned this before, so please don't hate me. Ganyu is probably, like, my least favorite character out of the entire roster, but that's not me saying she's a bad character. She's a very good character. It's just, she's my least favorite compared to some of the other, well, kind of everybody else, if I'm being honest. But, again, that's not me saying that she's bad or I hate her. I just, out of, like, this entire roster, I just like other characters more. But, yeah, no, I feel like if she just had more prominence in the stories, I guess, or, I don't know, I guess if she had more stuff going on compared to some other characters within Liyue, I would consider liking her character a little more, but definitely, like, one of the weaker characters, I think, personally, in Liyue, compared to some of the others. I feel like her, and this is gonna sound terrible because of how much I like Yanfei, but both Yanfei and Ganyu are half Adepti, so, like, Ganyu's got the very noticeable horns on her head, but did you guys know that Yanfei does not have ears, but in fact these deer antlers on the side of her face, right? So she's half Adeptus. And I feel like before, like, we got Ganyu in 1.2 before we got Yanfei in 1.5. Right? And so Ganyu had this whole shtick of her being half human, half Adeptus, right? And I feel like it was a really important story, and like her having to face that inner turmoil, and she did face the Archon War alongside Rex Lapis, aka Zhongli, as you can see. And so I definitely understand the inner turmoil she had to face during the Archon War and everything, but comparing that to her where she's like in this, where she's running away from people and she's like, I don't belong anywhere, like between the Adeptus and then here comes Yanfei coming in 1.5, just being like, yeah, my dad was part Adeptus and now I'm a lawyer for the people, but I also hang out with all the other Adepti. And it's like, she's so chill about it that it unintentionally undermined Ganyu's inner turmoil. And I feel like it just undermined Ganyu's character a little bit. So as much as I love Yanfei, and as much as like Ganyu's probably like my least favorite character, I can definitely agree that Yanfei kind of undermined Ganyu a little bit. And then we never really got more Ganyu content outside of her character's story, and I just wish we got more. I feel like I would like her if we got more, because I feel like she's unfortunately just the character who's just known as the goat mom because of, you know, that she used to be heavier set because she choked a dragon with her thighs and killed it during the Archon War. I feel like that's it. That's all she's known for. And I know she has more to her character, but obviously I don't have her to actually pull it myself to read it. But I did read it in the past, and just compared to some of the other characters in here, I'm just like, she's fine. But then it's like, you look at Hu Tao, who's like a bubbly funeral director. You look at Diona, who is a bartender trying to destroy the wine industry. Yoimiya's character entirely is super fun. And then even with like more serious characters as well, who like take themselves a little more seriously, like Eula definitely has way more inner turmoil and conflict that definitely resolves itself way more soundly compared to Ganyu just being like, okay, time to go back to work, you know, it's just, okay, maybe this is why I don't like Jean, Ganyu, or Keqing all that much compared to some of the other characters. They just seem like even sleepy characters like Sayu and Layla tend to have like a little more interest to them compared to like some of the other earlier die hard, work hard until I pass out characters, you know what I mean? So I love them all, but there you go, that's my least favorite, and that's why, unfortunately. But every character is unique in their own way. It's just, there's just so many, it's hard to do it. But I wish we just had more, like, characters here and there for more that definitely need more story, like Ganyu. At least with, like, Kuching and Jean, they were in, like, some pretty big events. Like, Kuching was in one of the Lantern Rite festivals. Jean was in the first Golden Apple Archipelago back in 1.6, and that definitely helped develop their characters a little more. Where's Ganyu? Where did she go? Bring her back so we can, like, utilize her character more. Please. She needs it. I missed a lot in chat. Also, thank you for the shades, Ken. I appreciate it. And I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying I don't like Ganyu that much compared to some of the other characters. I love all of them. And I don't care. Well, if you love your character for who you love, go for it. You could like my least favorite characters in this game, and I won't be mad. Those are your favorites, and I love hearing who everyone else's favorites are in this, for sure. So, what you do is you tag people with Nahida, place the Dia Circle, and shoot them with Ganyu. The hit activates Dia Circle damage, which melts, which produces Nahida's skill, which causes burning. Oh, wow! Quack, you have that trio figured out. Oh my gosh. That's really cool. I gotta try that. Oh my gosh. I don't have Ganyu though. Oh shit. No. I'm gonna have to do that in co-op then. I got some friends who have Ganyu. We'll definitely have to try that. Ganyu's definitely a good character. If I had her as like a unit, I would definitely build her because I do like her playstyle. I know it's boring compared to others, but sometimes you just need the old-fashioned archers. It's great. She's got a great kit. Love it. The first characters in this game are truly unique, like Bennett, Diona, and Chongyun. Bennett and Chongyun! I didn't forget about them, but yeah, they're definitely good too. And we've been getting Chongyun. We got Chongyun a lot pretty recently in a couple of events. I do like his design very much. And I do, right? Because he's like an exorcist that all the ghosts run away from. And he has to cool down his positive energy by eating popsicles. Like, what? How can you top that? Or Bennett, the boy, the optimistic boy cursed with bad luck. Where did that come from? What? It's great. Like, you're right. A bunch of the earlier characters are definitely unique in their own way. And then, yeah, they're all great in their own way. So, oh man, we got a big roster, don't we?
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Let's see. He's trying his best. He's trying his best. Probably work with Risley. Ooh! Ooh, I'll have to build my Dia. Ooh, we'll have to do this. My personal favorites are Yanfei, Sucrose, Yunjin, and Kuching. Yeah, no, Kuching's definitely got a pretty good personality too with her. I do love her playstyle very much, but I think it might have just been with like a bunch of other unique characters coming out that it just kind of, I don't know, personally I just felt like Kuching may have gotten a bit bland. I don't know. She's still a really good character, and I loved her during the Lantern Rite that she was involved in, where she got her new outfit. Definitely liked her there, but sometimes you get a little tired of her, I think. And then Yanfei, I've already gushed about Yanfei. Sucrose? Yeah, I do like Sucrose. She's an alchemist who works under Albedo, and yeah, she's very cute. She's got some screen time in the last Windbloom Festival where she bonded with Kale quite a bit too, and I really liked their interactions. She's very introverted, very shy when talking to people, but when she's like she's in her element when she's experimenting and working on alchemic potions and all of that. I love her. She's also very fun. And then I've also talked about Yunjin a lot too, so we don't need to talk about her again. So, overall, just fun group of characters. There's a lot though, unfortunately, so it just leads to some getting a little put on the back burner, and I think we just need to see them more again, or they just need to have a bigger impact. Like Kokomi, love her design, love her kit, love the initial concept of her being like this, what am I saying? Like a shrine maiden who ends up being a tactician for the resistance. But her character was just so poorly utilized in the Archon quest and her character story quest. It's a shame because her concept is so interesting and she was so underutilized. So, and then like some of the stories and events where she came back, she just feels very underutilized. I just wish we had something that solely focused on her. Like, it's hinted at that she's from a race that came from Enkonomiya, right? The giant whirlpool in Watatsumi Island. And guess what happens when we finally have the world quest to activate and enter Enkonomiya? Guess what happens? Guess who doesn't show up? Miss Kokomi! Why? Bring her into that stuff. Her concept is so cool. I hate it. I hate it. Some of these characters are just so poorly utilized, but have great concepts. Bring them back. I want them. I initially built her with 0 EM, full DPS. Oh, Quack, I love it. That was me in early game for sure. I had Kuching with like a physical damage sword. It's okay. I totally get it. I know, right? Right? So, anyways, I am shocked that I've been able to talk so much and I have not gone into a coughing fit yet. That's pretty good on my part. Yeah, so just definitely I think characters that just need to be utilized a bit more, a bit better. Maybe some need to be put on the back burner a little bit. Or there's some characters that it's just I love their character in game, but the fan base has kind of ruined some of the characters for me. But I'm not mad at the characters for that, but sometimes I can't help but look at a character and just be like, oh, I get reminded of it and I'm just like, oh, man. It's terrible sometimes, but oh well. What you gonna do? Everyone's got their favorites and some just hit a little different, I guess, with the fan base. I do have to say, real quick tangent. I know I'm going on a lot of tangents, but like this one's a legitimate criticism of how the fandom utilizes some of these characters. Do you guys know, like, the Yandere, Ayaka, Kuching, and Nilu battle? It is the dumbest thing the fandom has done so far. I absolutely hate that concept so much. Yeah, I get it. Like, Ayaka might be a bit bland, might be considered bland to some people because of just how regal she is, or regal and soft-spoken she is. But the fact that the fandom has, like, pitted these two against each other, and some have even put, like, Nilu in the mix a little bit because they're jealous sword ladies who want to bang Ether, you know? It's just kind of like, oh, I hate it. Oh, it's the worst thing the fandom has done. I hate Yandere Ayaka so much. I hate it. I get why maybe some people did it, but now it's going, like, too far, and it's making me, like, dislike these three. okay, mainly these two, but like Nilu was put in the mix for a little bit, and then like people then just took her out of the mix and then just focused on Ayaka and Kuching again, and I was just like, oh, no! Stop it! You could do better, fandom. What are you doing? It's terrible. The one character I wonder how Hoyo plays out is Albedo. Albedo! I want Albedo. You find it funny? I find it infuriating because I do like the characters as they are originally, but to add like the, ooh, like, I'm gonna stab this person in the back because I want to bang the character first or something like that. It's like, I just never liked that trope to begin with. I like yandere characters, but it's just shoved down your throat at this point. And it's like, really? Are we going that route again? Some ongoing jokes are endearing, like the Kazuha stealing all the hats memes. I do like that. But like, I just don't like... There are definitely other characters that could be utilized as fun yanderes more than these two. And I feel like the main reason people made these two into yanderes in the first place is because a lot of people, they're the waifus. Kuching was the beginning waifu, Ayaka was the original waifu, and then it was just and then they were both sword ladies, and I think the fact that a lot of people consider their personalities to be bland, so then they're just like, oh, we're gonna tack on just being a jealous bitch. I was like, really? You couldn't do anything better? You have like all these other characters and some that would have like a better yandere kind of thing to go about it, and you go with those two to ham-fist the fact that you find them boring as their original characters. It's like, come on. And the fact that Nilu was originally in it and then she got kicked out of that trio because everyone else just started focusing on the other two again, I find that really funny. It's so dumb. I hate it. Oh well. There's some things that I find endearing and some that I don't. But oh well. If you like the trope, I'm not gonna bash you for it, I swear. I've said my piece. But if you guys like the... Who is this? Toad? Toad? No, I'm sorry, Toad. But anyways, if you like it, I'm not gonna bash you for it. I know I like went on this whole tangent saying how much I hated it and like the reasons behind it. If you like it or you find it funny, like Ken, you know, if you find it funny, I'm not gonna bash you for it. I just don't like it. But if you like it, go for it. Embrace it. Love it. It's never gonna go away, so embrace it. Don't tell them about Yoimiya Chapter 2, please. Stop, I've seen those memes. Oh my god. I just wish that some other characters could be getting that, you know, treatment about all the characters, just, you know, other characters that deserve some fun treatment too, but a lot of people just revert back to, I'm gonna have Ayaka stab Kuching in the back, or give her, like, this dirty glare, because how dare you speak with ether, like, ugh, bleh. Like, can you come up with funnier concepts? Come up with other fun stuff. I've seen, like, really fun comics with, like, Farzan trying to teach Kaveh about, like, puzzle building and stuff like that. And then it just embraces their characters a lot more. Stuff like that. Give me rare pair interactions. Not rare pair as in shipping, but, like, characters that wouldn't really interact with each other all that much in fun situations. Give me more of those. I loved those drawings of people drawing their teams, like, in Dragonspine, because of just how insane the environment is in Dragonspine. Like, I saw a picture of, like, Fischl, Diluc, and I forget the other two characters at the moment because it's been years since I've seen the drawing, but it was like Diluc, it was like a overcast shot of Dragonspine. Snow is falling down hard, and Fischl's like, hugging herself because she's cold, and then Diluc giving her his jacket. Not even in a shippy way, but just of like, oh, you're cold, here, take this. I want more stuff like that, rather than the same 3 memes over and over again. You know what I mean? It's funny, and then I just get tired of it a little bit. Like, for an example, in terms of other fun interaction stuff, my friend and I, Oolong actually, I know Oolong hasn't really been in the chat all that much, but for an example, Oolong invited me to co-op at one point to be like, hey, I'm trying to get the name card for the chasm. Do you want to go treasure hunting with me? And I said sure. And so we ended up just, without thinking, just making a team, just playing our 2 favorite characters. So I had Tighnari and Childe, and she had Wanderer and Chi-Chi. And I just like not backhandedly, but unconsciously had said something along the lines of, hey, this would be an interesting team to find themselves in the chasm for. And she was like, yeah, it kind of is. And then next thing you know, we started coming up with like all these scenarios as to why these 4 would be in the chasm in the first place, and why they would all like continue together as a team, and all of that. And we were coming up with like scenarios, little stories, fun little like, not meme-y things, but for an example, they're like further into the chasm and they like have a fire going, and then Chi-Chi is looking at Tighnari's ears twitching, right? And he notices it, and then he's just like, okay, fine, you can pet my ears like for a little bit, and then like everyone just goes for it because he said it. So like even Childe and Wanderer are doing that as well, because it's like, oh my god, we can touch the ears, stuff like that. Along with like the potential conflicts that they would have, because this would be like after Wanderer, just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Erased himself from the world, and then he so like Childe wouldn't remember him. So but the fact that the conflict between those two would be there, but then the question would be like, why are we fighting? And we would just be like, Wanderer would know, but Childe would not. So like Wanderer would just immediately like get into fights with him or argue with him, and Childe would just be like, I don't know you, man. What do you want from me? It's just very fun dynamics. Or the fact that Tighnari could allude to the fact that the false god, which Wanderer was at the time when he was Scaramouche, like struck him with lightning when he was causing devastation in the land, and like Wanderer feeling a little bit of regret for that. Or having like a heart-to-heart conversation with Chi-Chi when Tighnari and Childe are like sleeping, because Chi-Chi and Wanderer don't need to sleep, It's stuff like that I like. I love stories and coming up with stories like that. Even if they never come to fruition, I just love thinking about that kind of stuff for these characters, because they have so much potential. And so now whenever a new place opens up, I'm always talking with friends, just being like, oh, let's come up with a new team for this new area and all of that. I love that stuff more. And sometimes I just find the same couple of memes that I see on Twitter kind of bland because of that. And that's just me. So I know I went on like a really big tangent again. But that's just me with these characters. I want to really utilize their characters more. So when I put a team of 4 in a team, I really try to figure out why they're in that team, why they like to do this, or why they all happen to be in this group at once, in this particular area. It's very fun. Funny enough, my Oolong and I were actually talking about that when Childe gets put on trial against the Oratrice Mécanique d'Annalise Cardinal, he gets put on trial against it. We were having this joke of being like Tighnari, Wanderer, and Chi-Chi finding out about it like through the paper, or something like that. And So, like, Chi-Chi convincing Baiju to take her to Fontaine so she can watch the trial. Wanderer not wanting to miss child being called guilty, even if he might be innocent. And then, I don't know why Tainari would be there, we're still figuring that out, but, like, that's stuff. It would be very fun. I gotta stop talking. So anyways, that's just me. And I missed a lot of stuff. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, the Ayaya canonically has a gun. I totally missed reading that first and foremost. I'm sorry, Quack Splash. I do find that very funny. Give the soft-spoken character a gun and see what happens. I do find that stuff funny. It's funny to an extent, so I'm not trying to bash people who do like those kinds of memes. I'm just kind of explaining why I find them bland over time, basically, and want to see new things. So that's just me. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, please, you are welcome to talk about it. I don't want you to think I'm undermining your sense of humor or your fun in the characters as well. I'm just explaining my points. You embrace what you like in this game. Everyone has a reason for playing this game, and it's completely different from mine, so enjoy it. Enjoy it in your own way. And then that's so nice. Are you talking about, like, my tangent for the Archasm group? I do have a lot of fun with that. And then I apologize for priming the tangent. No, priming the tangent. No, you're totally okay. I had a lot of fun talking, and I missed the fact that I could talk this much without coughing, so I'm glad I could do it. So anyways, I'm still walking on water.
Oh, brilliant!
Brilliant indeed, Farazan. Brilliant indeed. So, is this an enemy? Hello? Yeah, it is, okay.
May I present?
Okay, I get it. I'm not fighting this. I am underprepared if I do that. I'm not even trying. Okay, alright, anyways, I need to go. I need to go to bed. I'm getting slap happy. So, oh well. Anyways, thank you guys for hearing my weird tangents. I hope you enjoyed them. I had fun talking about them. And have fun watching Furina walk on water. Oh, I know what they are. Oh, yeah, I definitely know that they're, like, legendaries. I've had unfortunate encounters with a couple of them. Especially, Monsieur Adderall over by the Weeping Willow. I got my ass handed to him last time. It was terrible. I know he's named something else, but it looks like Adderall, so... Advil! Monsieur Advil, that's it. Okay, anyways. Let's see. I have talked enough in this game to justify going back to our just chatting screen here. Alright. I did not mean to go off on that long of a tangent. I am so sorry. Let's see. I think that's all I wanted to say. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday. We're going to be streaming. I believe it's Signalis tomorrow. And, yeah, we're going to be streaming Signalis tomorrow. And then Saturday, we're going to be streaming the pick of the choice pick of what chat voted for. Oh, I gotta give an update on that. And I'm sorry I'm laggy. I opened up my tab while still having Genshin open for the music, so I'm very sorry. So yeah, Signalis Friday, Chat Pick Saturday, and then possibly Archaea Sunday, if I can remember how to get the game working on my screen here. But in terms of the vote, you got 1 day left, so if you want to vote, make sure to find it on my Twitter. So right now, Your Turn to Die is still winning by a couple percentages here. So it's winning at 42.9%, with Spirit Hunter Deathmark and Antechamber both tied at 28.6%. So, if you want to vote for your favorite on those three, on what we do Friday, you got 1 day left to hand in your votes. So just find it on my Twitter. You don't have to follow me to vote. You just gotta vote if you really want to figure it out. Or make a tie. I don't know what you want. Dang, the Adderall throws hands. The Advil throws hands. All right, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna... Actually, you're gonna hear my game here for a second. I'm gonna actually exit out of this because I am not gonna be able to play for the rest of the night. Unfortunately. It's okay. So let me get some music up and running while I try to figure out who we want to raid. If we even need to raid anybody. So let's see. Let's get a playlist going here. I had to close out on all my tabs because it was causing me to lag pretty badly. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys staying as long as you did with all my tangents and rants, but I have fun chatting with you guys with this stuff. So, it's very fun. There we go. Alright, let's go on to Twitch and see who we can raid. I don't even know how many people are watching, actually. Hold on, give me a second. I got a few. Yeah, we can it'll be small. I don't even know who's... Ooh! Hold on, I know who we can raid. It'll be a small group, but this will be fun. How about we raid Arya Knight? Arya Knight and I actually, I call ourselves siblings for fun, because Amaji is both our artist mom and riggers. So yeah, let's go give Arya a raid. How about we do that? Hold on, let me do that real quick. Let's see. I didn't realize how loud my music was, I'm so sorry. There we go. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how loud the music was. Hold on. Arya Knight VT. So yeah, let's do it. So yeah, go give her a big hello. She's in a VTuber group. I'm really trying hard to remember the name of it. I blanked, but hold on, let me see if I can find it. Arya Knight. Yep, okay, Boost, that's it. Arya Knight is with the group Boost, so Gen 1, so Boostman EN. So yeah, go give Arya a follow, and she's very fun to watch, so yeah, let's do that. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for staying. Thank you all for the head pats and the cool sunglasses. I definitely appreciate it. And just be on the lookout for the streams tomorrow. So Arya's playing some Dead by Daylight. So I have fun watching Dead by Daylight. So I hope that you guys enjoy watching it too. So we will see you guys later. So I'll chill out a little bit because I gotta wrap some gifts. But after that, I'm gonna go to bed. So you all have a wonderful night and I'll see you tomorrow. So bye-bye.